again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the live webinar. This is a free live webinar, Market Outlook and Stocks to Watch. And also today we're going to talk about what happened to the local stock market right now, the local index, and also we're going to talk about the PCFT. And now, before we go through that, I'm going to share with you what exactly happened to the local stock market today. And for your information, today, very interesting thing happened to Bursa Malaysia on 5th December today, where we have a gainers 298. Meanwhile, the loser overcome the gainers today, 624. That's mean loser is more than the gainers. But interesting thing about the Klci index today, it jumped 11.7 points, 11.7 points, which makes our index today 1724. And today turnover today is at 2.29 billion. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we would like to welcome the legendary chartist and mentor in stock market, Mr. Fred Tam.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our 14th webinar series. This is the 14th webinar series. We have been doing it every month, so for the last 14 months. And I'm glad to say that we have been so successful because of you guys. So I'd like to, on behalf of our company, thank you guys for tuning in to our webinar series. Today, I shall be talking about the performance of the KLCI. Okay, so let me just go through and let's go through what I'm going to talk about today. Today, I'm going to talk about the KLSC, review of the KLCI, as well as the sub-indices, and then the outlook for the remaining of this year and beginning of next year. The second item I'm going to talk about today is what can the pro traders do and what do they trade in the soft market like ours. As you well know, many of our stocks have had a hard time climbing out in Malaysia compared to that in the USA.
Right.
And I'm sure many of you trading the Malaysian stocks are finding it uphill task just to find some very good stocks we follow through. So we still could because we are using that system, but it is still much more difficult than when we are in the bull market. So for those of you who are trading, I'm sure that you guys are not faring too well, okay, as we got from the feedback. So what can you do? What can you all do as traders in a soft market like that? So I would like to explain to you what are the other opportunities available in the other markets. Okay, and then lastly, I will be sharing with you some stocks to watch. Mind you, even in a bear market like ours, okay, there are still stocks that are trending upwards. And today, the 11.7 points rally to 1724 is very timely. And there are some stocks that they are going to move. They are expected to rebound tomorrow. And I'll share with you what those stocks are. Okay.
Okay.
So let us.
Before we go through that, Mr. Fred, we have a feedback right here saying that your voice is very soft. Okay, so we need to check back with our team again so that make sure that the sound is very okay. So we need to check back with our producer first. Many of you reporting that it's very soft. Is that correct? Yeah. So many of you saying that it's very soft, and you wish Mr. Fred to speak out loud. So we need to check our producer for this sound section right here.
Headphone.
Okay, so we try to hear how many of you say that it's very soft. Single say your volume very weak, Mr. Fred. Okay, we need to check it back again. Give us some times right here, guys. Kwan Heng said the sound is very good in typing. Okay, so several of you are reporting quite different. Many of you said, Vijay say very loud and clear in Seremban. Elvin say no problem using headphone. Many of you say very soft. Okay, so it is a very, very important for you. Those who using headphone is very, very good. So many of you say it's very clear. Okay, so I think Mr. Fred, you just go ahead.
Okay, before I go ahead, I like to ask you all, one question. How have your trade been of late? I would like you to tell us, if you don't mind, in the chat box and share with us how your trades are like. You find it easy to make money nowadays or tough okay? And is there a lot of false breakouts and so on? And so we would like to hear from you. And before I even go ahead and talk about the reviews here and the stocks to watch.
Yeah.
But I promise you, by the end of today, you will go home with some good stocks that you could pick up tomorrow if you are still an aggressive trader. That is, yeah.
So let
So
me have a look here.
let's see.
Kong Tan say very hard to make profit.
Yeah,
Yep.
Kong Tan, very hard to make profit. Now I
Yes.
can understand that. Okay,
Kong Heng say down, not exciting.
down, not exciting at all. Yeah,
Very
compared to
down.
the U.S. market. Come on, the U.S. markets are going up the roof, and yet here we are not performing. And you might want to know why. After that, I probably could share with you some of the reasons why.
Look at that.
Bad, hard cutting losses, Mike Fu say. Yeah,
Kim Shing say
yeah,
very bad.
very bad, and trading, tough trading, Alvin say, and cutting a lot of losses. So let me say this, my comments about this market. This market is indeed soft, huh? And in a soft market, it is not easy to make money. Okay, so you got to be really careful at times like this. So it is best actually to trade slow, trade small, and if you do have stocks, okay, and you bought and it didn't follow through and it come back down, you need to really think about cutting your losses or reducing your positions. I know no one likes to cut their losses, but we got to be real because our capital is limited.
Right.
So we need to preserve our capital, and the way to do that is we cut losses. But we would like to live to fight another day, so to speak. So right now, this is the situation in Malaysia. But if somebody trades U.S. stocks, okay, global stocks, it will be different. So I'm going to share with you later on today what are the other instruments that perhaps you can diversify into while our market is soft. Okay, and perhaps at very soft times like this, it would be good to consider maybe taking up a course. Okay, and that's why we like to share with you our PCFDA and our 3-day courses where you can improve yourself. Okay, and so that to get ready to sharpen your knife for the bull market when it comes around the corner. So Yip says I'm happy with Heng Yuan. Okay, and you're making some profits.
Yeah.
I must say that Heng Yuan is one of my good calls, very good calls. And if you have been tracking us, you realize that we call a buy on Heng Yuan in July, okay, this year at $6.14, 6 ringgit and 14, and it actually went to about 10.98. So just near touching our 12 ringgit 30 cents target. Yeah, and we did very well, excellently well in this stock. So if you have caught the right stocks, see, then you'll be like smiling from year to year. Okay, so that's where our TAT system comes in, and it can help to increase the accuracy of picking stocks. So Heng Yuan is one of them. Okay, and I think that's the best because after the announcement, pop, it jumped 1 ringgit, and we didn't catch it on that day of the jump itself. Okay, we caught it way before the jump, and that's conclusion that this TAD system is actually a very timely system. All right, so let's go ahead with today's contents. And before I go ahead, I'd like to read you a disclaimer, and that is this presentation is only for educational purposes and should not be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell stocks, futures, or other instruments mentioned herein. Investment in financial markets involve risks of loss, and professional advice should be sought before investing. Okay, we all know that the Dow has hit 24,000.
Right.
It is at a new high. And yes, it definitely can go higher now that it broke the 24,000 barrier, because that was our target the last webinar. If you remember, I put my target at 23,980, and on December the 1st, it hit 24,000. And if you want to know what's going to happen to the Dow after 24,000, there are two scenarios. Scenario number one is, of course, it can fall back, the Dow, because it already hit my target of 24,000. Scenario number two, if it can exceed 24, which it now has exceeded 24, it can even go up to, and you want to know the target? We actually measured it. I measured it. I'll share with you later on that slide on how I measured it, how much it is. The answer is 28,000.
Very high.
That will be another 4,000 points more to go on the Dow. So definitely, if you are trading the Dow futures, S&P futures, Nasdaq futures, you will be doing great. And I like to share that with you tonight that we are also have got some products along the lines of Dow futures, S&P futures, and Nasdaq. Okay, but the trouble is Malaysia CI is not going in the same direction as the Dow, even though our ringgit is strong. With the strong ringgit and it's gone to 4.0650 today, okay, foreign funds should be still invested in our burst. But you will know from the CI chart that I'm going to show you later on that these stocks, okay, the foreign funds just sold off, okay, Malaysian stocks, and the CI started to fall. And it fell from June onwards until today. Only today that it starts to rebound 11.7 points. And you probably ask, well, can this last, this rebound? Later on, I'll share with you whether our rebound today is actually a beginning of a new trend, new bull trend, which I hope it is, or it is a continuation of a bear trend, and today is merely a flash in the pan. Okay, that means a dead cat bounce. I'll share with you later. Let's talk about the CI. Yeah, is it in tandem with the Dow? Now we all know, if you are a trader, that the CI is moving in the opposite direction than the Dow. So I have got two charts comparing the CI and the Dow. The left chart is that of the Dow. Okay, as you can see from this chart, that the Dow is climbing up in a parabolic fashion. Okay, and it is trending within and above the up channel. Well, in short, it is bullish. But let's look at the right-hand side chart, which is a KLCI chart. As you can see, it actually trended very well in the first half of this year. From January to June, it actually rose steeply. But from June the 30th, it started to come back down. And today, it is half of what it went up. The Dow went up 30% since Donald Trump became president in November last year. Our CI only went up 4%. Yeah, compared to that of the Dow. So you can see the comparison, okay, that our index is under pressure. And you can see the trend lines have broken and so on. And you can see they also broke the lower support. In other words, the CI is actually very different from the Dow. Now, one way to determine whether a stock or the index is an uptrend is, technically speaking, is to use the higher high, higher low principle. So here I've just shown you H2, which is the recent high of the Dow. Compare that to maybe 6 months ago. The high was lower than recent. And similarly, the lows, when the Dow pulled back, low L2 is higher than L1. When you have higher highs, H2 is higher than H1, and L2 is higher than L1. You got an uptrend there. That's how chartists like us define an uptrend. So as you can see on the top left of this slide, see, this is how an uptrend looks like, a zigzag moving up. Now, on the other hand, if you look at the KLCI, okay, you look at the current high. The current high, okay, was here at this level of 1747, which is lower than H1, okay, which is much higher than that of H2. And then it fell the last half a month to a new half a year low, and making L2 lower than that of L1. So when you have a lower high, H2 lower than H1, and a lower low, L2 lower than L1, like that of the diagram here on the top left of this chart, of the CI chart, we got a downtrend. So in very short, okay, the KLCI is actually downtrending, whereas the Dow is uptrending. And so that is the position of the KLCI today. So what is my forecast for the KLCI for the rest of this year and that of next, it is bearish. Right? Hold on a sec. Okay, as you can see here from this slide, the CI right now has broken through the down channel and it is bearish. Now let's start from the left. So we have an uptrend, like I said, which began on January the 5th this year, climbing all the way up, okay, to 30th of June. But on the 30th of June, the market, our CI, made a U-turn and it came back down and broke through this uptrend line. That is the first indication of a trend change, is when the trend line breaks. Now, the other indication of a trend change is when the moving averages break. So now it went into a sideways, okay, move over the last 3 months, and then it came all the way down, down to make it to begin a downtrend. So the first sell signal came as the index broke through the 50 moving average. So the moving averages are very important here. So a break of the 50 is the first indication of a trend change. Break of 100 is even confirming the trend change, which is a medium term, and the break of the 200 is confirming a long-term trend is down. So that's the first one way to indicate whether the trend is up or down is the moving average. Okay, now it has broken through the moving average, but then added to that is it broke through a key support. The key support, which is a horizontal support here, has been broken through over here. And so we have a second sell signal, okay, that notice here, I wrote here turn short, okay, and the market is down since then. And right now it's down to here. Only today you have a 11.7 points rebound. So where does that put us? My answer is that today the rebound, okay, is part of a downtrend, okay, channel that started in June of this year, until it can go back up above the 200-day support, which is 1740. This rebound on the CI may be short-lived, okay, and though it can bounce back. Right now is 1714, so we're talking about 30 points. It could pull up 30 points and hitting the up channel, and that's the resistance at the 200 EMA. So look out for 1740. I will change my view about the CI being in a bear trend if and when the CI returns back above the 200 EMA, which is 1740. So 1740 is a level to watch. And so the good news is, okay, there is a rebound today, and as a result, there are a few stocks which has actually been in oversold position, which you can perhaps, there are some trading opportunities for you for tomorrow. And later on, I will show you what the stocks are and some charts relating to those stocks. Yeah. So the CI for now, since June, it has been bearish, and the next target is 1700, as you can see S3 here. And so right now it is going, is testing that support level. What about, okay, I have been speaking a lot about the cycle chart of the KLCI, that Malaysia is unique in sense that we have a 10-year cycle. So in that sense, okay, the current drop in the CI actually makes things, okay, a bit scary for us traders. Okay, what is this 10-year cycle? For those who just listening to me today, I've been sharing this with our students and subscribers about our KLCI, very unique, okay, that every 10 years there is this cycle high, okay, and so we got to be careful. Now, starting from 1987, in 1987, the October 19th, there was a Dow Jones crash, okay, of the 1987. That was 87, and it resulted in a drastic drop, and a lot of losses happened thereafter. And 10 years later, in 1997, we all faced the Asian financial crisis. That was, in fact, the worst drop in in Malaysia. And if you add 10 years on, 2007, we have a subprime crisis. Let me see. I couldn't get the graph up. Let me check. There is some technical error there. Anyway, in 2007, okay, we faced a subprime crisis here, and the market dropped again. So now, if you add 10 years on to 2007, current year is 2017, and so we would want to expect that maybe something is going to happen in this 10th year on from 2007. So I've been warning our students about it, and the CI actually is now below 50 and 100 and 200. So we are prone to this repeat of this cycle. But until now, we have got about 20 days to go, 30 days, 20 over days to go before the end of this year. So looks like this time window may just expire without having a cycle high happening. And so it is important that at this time, we got to look at how the individual stocks are performing. If they are still continuing to drop, I think we got to be careful, okay, because of this 10-year cycle repetition. But if they are above the averages, okay, the 50, okay, the 100, and at best is above the 200, then your stocks are safe. So as chartists, one thing good about being a chartist is that we can use the moving averages to determine whether, okay, your stocks are prone to a crash or not. So in other words, if they are below 50, 100 or 200, then you got to be careful. And that's why we ask you all, okay, we suggest to reduce positions if at all your stocks are not trending. And our definition of trending in TAD, the D is that the dark is that it has to be above the 50 moving average for a short term. And if you are a long term, then we'll be going to the weekly chart, which is the 50-week moving average, which is a 250-day moving average. Okay, so let's look at let's ask ourselves, what about the individual lower liners? The CI is down. The CI comprised of 30 stocks, but the EMAS actually index represents all the stocks that are traded in the KLSE. So that includes lower liners and mid caps. So how are they faring? So here is a chart of the index. So let's start again from January this year. January this year, these EMAS, that means the lower liners and the mid caps, started to climb along with the index, the CI. So they were on an uptrend, but since June, okay, it has actually corrected. There has been some selling, and there was some rebound, and again some selling. So the first sell signal came about here around September this year, okay, where the lower liners, okay, face some selling pressure. And how do we know? The index is below the 50 moving average. So that is still fine if you're a long-term player. It went sideways, but guess what? Around November, just only last month, look at this. If you look at this diagram, this chart, you can see a down arrow here. The total has triggered another sell arrow here, a further sell, okay? And don't have the atom and duck, but they are sell. But the index is now below the 50, below the 100, and below the 200. So this is very, very significant in that there is a break below the 200. And so insofar as the index is telling us that the lower liners, they are generally weak, okay, generally weak. Let's look at, so we should stay out of lower liners, except for a few lower liners that have got TAD signals. Now the ACE index is comprised of NASDAQ, mostly NASDAQ stocks, okay, and they also have been in the same diagram. They are in the same position as that of the EMAS stocks, and that is down. So it's all started with an uptrend channel, okay, and in January that actually turned sideways and then now down. Notice here that the index is below the 50, 100, and the 200 days moving average. So in short, generally the ACE stocks are no longer like they were before, so we've got to be careful. Stocks like Dufu, stocks like Micron, stocks like Chrono, okay, Emulus, okay, you got to be careful about these stocks. Um, you got a share investor station with you, pull out the charts, monitor them on a nightly basis, okay, and check to see whether or not they are still above or below the moving averages. And if so, you need to reduce positions. Okay, no point trying to take revenge and go back into the market and try to make back what you lost. And while doing that, you might even lose more because the stock that you are trying to make money in are in a downtrend. So that's important. Define whether your stocks are up or down. If it is down, there's nothing you can do about it. And the best is to stay away from these stocks. When? Until they U-turn and trigger back an uptrend. Only then do you go back in. And the TAD can help you there to tell you if it is still in an downtrend or he has changed the trend to become an uptrend. I told you before that the secret of making money in this market, you can only make money if the stock is in an uptrend. We are not like America where you can make a money if the stock is in a downtrend. Okay, so be careful now. The index, ACE index stocks are also down. So we'd like to stay out in general for most index stocks until they turn around. What about technology stocks? In fact, these are the best performing sector stocks in one sense. Why? Because as you notice here, the index and technology is still above the 50, above the 100, and above the 200. It's so simple. So technical analysis in that sense is very exact. It tells you exactly that whether or not you can buy this stock or not, no wishy-washy. If it is below the moving averages, don't touch it. It's simple as that. Or drawing support lines, and if it is below support lines, do not trade it. So currently, this sector, which is the technology, is about the only sector that you can look at. Hold, but beware of stop loss. Now, what about mid cap, small cap index? Okay, these are the 100 stocks which the Bursa Malaysia and the Security Commission has handpicked, okay, for the stockbroking firms to comment on a fundamental basis, so that they can be used to market our mid and small caps to fund managers around the world, so that they can be more in demand and the volume picks up. Okay, because many of these mid cap and small cap stocks have got very low PE ratios, means very good stocks, making a lot of money, but no fund managers know about it. So about the only way, one of the ways to attract, okay, buyers into these stocks, investors into these stocks, the Security Commission and Bursa Malaysia, okay, has now handpicked 22 broking firms to do research on them. Okay, so that these research reports can be circulated among investors, and sometimes I do get such reports, and if they are fundamentally bullish, then investors will come in and buy. Okay, so, but where is it now? So here is the mid and small cap index. The answer is it is down. It is down. Now, let me show you why. Okay, look at that. I circled it here. There was a sell signal here around November, mid-November. Why? When it crossed the 50, crossed the 100, and crossed the 200 moving averages. And it's below a key support, which is the black horizontal line. Oh man, that is a sell.
Yep.
So now it is here. So would you want to buy? Well, look at the H. H8 is lower than H7. L9 is lower than L8. You wouldn't want to buy something when the index or the stock is making a new low and a lower high and a lower low. So in short, you stay out of mid cap, small cap stocks. So why? So because it is weak and it can continue to drop. What is the level where it's going to stop? One of the supports will be here, 16210. And if it can hold and market rebound, that is fine. But otherwise, it can even go lower to 15 343. So meanwhile, stay out of mid cap, small cap index stocks. But you might want to ask me, hey, how do I know what are the stocks in the mid and the small cap index? Would you like to know? So there are 100 of them, and they are great stocks. Huh? So I'll show you. So Wellcall is one of them. Okay. Um, Now let me just show you. Here are the list of 100 stocks. Malayan Flour Mills, even that is. Hevia is one of them. Hub Sing is one of them. Okay.
Pekka.
Kianju. Which ones?
It's a Pekka as well.
Oh yeah, Pekka is one of them. Pekka is actually bounced up today, which is not too bad. But actually the trend is still down, but there is a technical rebound. Ken One. So you see actually they are very good stocks. But what I'm trying to say is, even though these are fundamentally strong stocks, but because the market is soft, all right, the funds are still selling these stocks. And you don't want to buy when the funds are selling because, okay, they are smart money with huge capital, and when they dump the stocks, they just fall. And so you like to just let the market or the stock go down until it doesn't want to go anymore and make a U-turn. Okay, so you can see from the charts, okay, of the index itself that they are falling. So in other words, these 100 stocks inside here, most of them are in a bear trend. And Petron, okay, is an exception. Petron here is one of the 100 stocks. Petron is still not bad, and I'd like to talk about that Petron later on. This stock, Petron, today came sharply down in the morning. In the afternoon, the evening, the last half an hour, they make a U-turn back up to form a hammer and a piercing line. And this hammer appeared, okay, where the stochastic is in oversold territory, and it hit a previous support, which is now the current support. This is a great stock, okay, for very, very short term, because it actually has been falling for the past couple of days, 1 week or so, and it has dropped a lot. And now a hammer seen in an oversold area is a good trading buy, okay, signal. So while we are on this Petron, I'll just mention to you, there is actually a chart of Petron later on in this presentation. So let's continue. And so, in short, as you can see, other than the technology index, all the other indices are actually bearish, bearish. And so that's the reason why it is difficult for you to make money. Because the tide is a low tide. It is coming, the tide is coming down, and so on. So the wave is actually pulling back. And so how can you make money when the tide is a low tide? So you can only make money in a stock that is, or a market that is in a high tide. High tide is where the highs are getting higher, the lows are getting higher. That's a high tide. Okay, so we are going to look for what are the instruments where it is high tide. Then we trade those. And obviously, US stock markets is one of them. That's in a high tide. Okay, so what can you diversify into, in other words? All right, so that will be now the second part of my talk today. And I would say that for the local market, you should, not continue to put so much of emphasis onto it and trade big because it is in a low tide. Okay? And the worst deal is you cannot make money from a low tide. You cannot make money from a stock that is coming down. You want to know, okay, how to make money when something is going downhill, when the tide is low? The answer is you got to trade futures market, a futures product, a futures like crude palm oil futures, okay? And up also you can make money, down also you can make money. How do you make money when it is up? You buy low and you sell high. But on the other hand, how do you make money from a stock that is in a downtrend or an index that is in a downtrend or a market that is in a downtrend, you don't buy first, you sell first, and then you buy back later at a lower price. Okay, then you will also make money. So we are going to show you a couple of instruments that can help you to do that. So as a pro trader, okay, here are the products that you could look into, which entails that you need to know about what is a futures market. And that is where, okay, if you are new to trading, okay, the ups and downs, it is very useful to be to be attending some courses, okay, that can give you a very good idea, okay, and on the theory and about up and down markets, right? Shorting and buying. So here are the instruments that you can consider. Number one, you can in a low tide, okay, or when the market is coming down, you can take advantage of a downtrend by shorting the say KLCI stock index. Some of you, I don't know, may who are new to trading, do you know that you can actually buy an index or sell an index? Some of you may not know, and that's where this education work, is important. And we have got two courses that Mr. Izon later on will introduce to you. That is our 3 days course, and we've also got a 3 months course. We call it the PCFTA course, and that's where in that course we'll teach you, okay, how you can make money, okay, when the market is going up, and also how you can make money when the markets are coming down by shorting, for example. And then as well, these markets are very profitable, but you have to be very knowledgeable before you can take advantage, okay, of the strategies that we're going to teach you. And that's where this course, which we're going to explain to you, Mr. Izon is going to do that, okay, later on. Okay, we'll explain to you the contents of these 3 days and the 3 months course and how they can prepare you, okay, to buy and sell and make money from the markets other than the trading the KLSE. So the first thing is we'll teach you how to use the stock index futures to make money in a downtrend like here, okay, turning short all the way from 1766 down to now 1710. So you already make 50 points. 1 point is $50, so you make 2,500 ringgit, okay, with a deposit of 5,000. So why 5,000? Why only we have you can trade with a small capital, which is called a margin. All this will be explained in the course. Now, other than the KLCI, the crude palm oil is actually a very good instrument to trade, profitable to trade as well. In my newsletter, I do write about the crude palm oil. I do post up charts about the crude palm oil. And in fact, me and my students, some of the students are trading crude palm oil futures. In crude palm oil, you can either make money on when the palm oil is going up by buy first and selling later, or you can make money when the crude palm oil prices are coming down by selling palm oil the prices futures first, and then later on when it drop, buy back later, okay, at a lower price. So that's crude palm oil futures, which we will teach you in this 3 months course. And if you look at this chart of crude palm oil, you can see right now is in a downtrend. But unlike stocks, you can also make money from a downtrend. Now, the other instrument that is very profitable right now because the Dow Jones are going up the roof, okay, is to buy the Dow itself. Some of you might ask me, how are you going to buy the Dow? The index can be bought just like our Kuala Lumpur CI, Composite Index, Stock Index Futures. Dow is also a stock index. So you can also buy the Dow or sell the Dow. If you think that the Dow Jones is going to go up, then how do you make money from the up market is you buy first and sell later. If you think the Dow is going to crash, some of you, how many of you, okay, might think is thinking that at 24,000, my God, the Dow is actually too high and it's going to fall. How many of you? If you think the Dow is going to fall, How are you going to make money from a falling Dow? You cannot buy the Dow first, and then later on when drop, you sell the Dow. You buy high, sell low, you lose money. So that's where the concept of short come about. And that is, if you expect the Dow to fall, you sell first. You sell something which you don't have. That's why you call it a short position. Yeah? And then after that, if it does fall, you buy back at a lower price to cover what you have sold at a higher price. So we'll teach you how
Mhm.
you can use the Dow futures,
Yep.
S&P 500 futures,
Yep.
and the Nasdaq futures to make money from an up or a down market.
Mhm.
But you got to know the theory, you
Yep.
got to know the technical analysis of it, the trading aspect, and this is where we come in. Okay, so the Dow is and the S&P and the stock indices in America, they are a very a profitable instrument for you to know. Besides this, what are the other instruments that and opportunities that are available to you other than the Malaysian stock market that you know? And the answer is gold and crude oil as well. We all know that Malaysia is an exporter of crude oil. And do you know that now the crude oil is actually on the way up? Okay, now it's trading at $57 today per barrel, and it is expected to go. And let's look at the chart here. It's expected to go to 76 to 78. Right now it's 58. So we're talking about another 18 to $20 more. Okay, and that's a lot of money. So how do you take advantage of a rising price of crude oil to make money in crude? You got to buy first crude oil and then later on sell it at a higher price. So there's an exchange to do that. Okay, there is a trading engine for you to do that, and we will assist you to teach you how to use that trading engine to trade gold and crude oil. And last but not the least, but the most popular right now, okay, I'm sure you heard of it about Bitcoin. Okay,
Cryptocurrency.
the
Yes.
cryptocurrencies.
Yes.
Do you know that? Okay, you can trade cryptocurrencies nowadays as well. Not just buy one coin and keep it and wait for it to go up because it's so dangerous. You might want to buy now and sell in a couple of 1 hour later. You buy now and sell in a 1 day, which is what we can do with this instrument, Bitcoin, that is offered by some brokers. And we'll teach you, okay, what are the brokers to go into, how to open an account there, and then how to trade it successfully. As you can see from this example, okay, I put $10,000 okay into this account and I traded 1.01. That means one coin okay of a Bitcoin. Do you all know what is the price of Bitcoin today? It's $11,000 okay per coin. And the beginning of this year, the coin Bitcoin was only $900. So from $900 in January of this year, if you kept one coin until today, you would have made 1,155%, which is about 11 times your original investment. Okay, but we trade crude oil, so Bitcoin. I put $10,000 there and buy and sell, and within 1 day. So you can do that like I'm showing you here, the circle. This is where you buy and if you sold here, and if you do that correctly, and which I did, and in 1 day you could make 203. So this is one instrument that you might be interested in, and this will be available in our and will be taught to you in our PCFTA course, which Mr. Izon is going to explain to you later on. So summarizing my talk so far is for the local market, I would say that right now the CI is weak. It has been so. I have been calling a sell quite a while ago, since June actually. Okay, that it hasn't been good anymore. I'm saying, when I say KLCI stay aside, I don't mean all. There are still a couple of stocks that are still good, okay, but there are very few. Most of them are down. Now, the second um, um, uh, uh, um, conclusion that from this presentation is that the small and mid-cap stocks, we should also, by and large, stay aside, except that few that are trending up. And so there is a list of about 60 old stocks right now that we have analyzed and that is still uptrending. Later on, I'll I'll circulate it. I'll show it to you. I share it with you in our this presentation. And the third conclusion is that, okay, for those of you who are the pro traders, think about diversifying into other areas like U.S. stocks, okay, or global stocks. But you can also trade the index itself instead of the stocks, which and what are the three most popular stock indices to trade other than our Kuala Lumpur Composite Index futures is that of the Dow, the S&P 500, and the Nasdaq futures. You can also trade, okay, the stock in the Malaysian ones and the Malaysian crude palm oil. And lastly, but not least, you can look into trading gold, crude oil, and Bitcoin, which is a cryptocurrency. So, okay. Now, I'd like to share with you my stocks to watch. Okay, and there are about quite a handful of stocks that I have actually picked good for tomorrow. One of them I already shared with you, which is Petron. I've got another, which is the Lion Industry. I've got Mass Steel, okay, and a few more others. Okay, but before that, I like to pass you over to Izon, who is going to explain to us further, okay, about the importance of having knowledge and the theory, okay, in trading, okay, before you actually trade those products that we mentioned. Just now I mentioned that, okay, there are many other products to trade besides Malaysian stocks, okay, and there are the Dow futures, the S&P, okay, the crude oil, gold, and the Bitcoin, and the crude and the CPO and the stock index futures, but they all entail you to have some expert knowledge in trading in techniques. And this is where the PCFTA, our certificate in financial technical analysis, comes in. And I'd like Mr. Izon to share with you immediately after this. So what do you need to do when the market is soft? To tell you the truth, actually, this is the perfect time for you to attend classes. So we got two classes that we would like to share with you. And I'll pass you over to Mr. Izon now. Mr. Izon, would you like to tell them how exactly they can take advantage of these classes that we are going to offer, okay, currently?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Fred. Okay, now before we go through that, and stay tuned because right after this, again, Mr. Fred promised you all he will give you the stocks to watch towards end of this program right here. So stay tuned with me right here. Now, before we go through that, we received a lot of feedback recently. Many of you asking now, the Malaysian stock market is quite bad, and many of you asking us, where is the place that we can make more money and make profitable trade? Now, before we talk about that one, we want to share with you that you must have the right skills. And this is part right here that we want to share with you, that you can attend a few courses right here. Now, for those who want to continue improve, your stock picking and the way how you trade the stocks, for those who stay in Kuala Lumpur, this is the first announcement that we are about to make. For your information, this 16, 17, and 18 of December will be the final course for Kuala Lumpur. And the next course for Kuala Lumpur will be on the next June 2018, which means you have to wait again for the next 6 months. Okay, so for those who are staying in Kuala Lumpur, you need to take this opportunity right here to attend the 3 days course right here in the Renaissance. So we'll share with you the website link. Okay, now for those who are interested to know more about the PCFTA, this is the program it's all about. We want to share with you, and I think this program right here is the perfect time for those who seriously want to go deeper in your trading skills. You want to make more money in several financial instruments. So we would like to introduce you right here the Professional Certificate of Financial Technical Analysis. Okay, there's the two things that you can see right here. Number one is you take this course is for your learning purpose only. You want to take this course is because you want to improve the way how you trade other financial instruments. So you take the Professional Certificate course, PCFTA. But at the same time as well, some of you, not only you want to take this learning, but you like to challenge yourself by big course for you to attend. And at the same time right here, you see KLCI is continue pointing down. You would like to take the opportunity right here. Okay, you like to take this opportunity right here to, to trade. Okay, so hold on guys, we received some feedback right here. There's no sound. Okay, let me check here again. Okay, I need to check. Guys, can you hear me? There's no sound. All right, so we need to check our team. They have no sound. Okay, we have to check back again. Okay, so kindly refresh your page. Nor Safik say you can hear me. Is that correct? So for those who are here, just refresh quickly your page. Yes, refresh your page. Okay, Samsung say just okay. Anson say okay for me right now. Okay, so that's great. Now we're gonna talk about right here. This is a very, very interesting course. Now, for those who like to trade the forex, the indices, the currency, the commodity like gold, crude oil, this is the perfect course for you. And now recently, the famous instrument is the cryptocurrency. We know about Bitcoin, there's the Ethereum as well. Is it this is going to be the future thing? And we are looking into it. And for information that Mr. Fred already himself already started to trade cryptocurrency, and this is the future that we're talking about. And this course is perfect for you. Now, why I say like that is because you need to learn how to make money, not only when the market is going up, but also when the market is going down. So this is a perfect course for you to join. So this is the last batch that we have this year, 2017. So these all the satisfied students that we have, and many of them right here pass all the PCFTA program. Everyone passed the PCFTA right here, and several of them already become a certified chartist and also CFTE, also member of Society of Technical Analysts. So we would like, on behalf of F1 Academy, we would like to congratulate all of them right here. And you can see all these faces right here is going to add in more new certified chartists right here in Malaysia. And you'll be one of them as well in futures, okay? So right now for PCFTA, for your information, the course will begin on January 13 to April 18. And for your information right here, PCFTA program is collaboration together with Asia University. Is under Ministry of Education in this big collaboration right here with us. And for information that Asia University just won the 4th tier award right here. And for information that you are learning with the right academy right here. And also this program is collaborate together as well with Society of Technical Analysts. That's mean if you are certified right here, that's mean you are certified with international body. Okay, so that's mean if you give a comment on your chart, you are basically a certified chartist. And not only that, if you take this program, you also will be recognized with the IFTA, okay, with International Federation of Technical Analysts. Okay, so this is one of the great things by joining this program. Okay, so 5 reasons why you take this program is because number 1, you like to have a deeper understanding of technical analysis. Number 2, you like to obtain a diploma. If you would like to, we prepare this program for you. Number 3, you get employment from the famous broker firm like Bloomberg, Schroeder, Goldman Sachs, and many more, including this government of Singapore as well recognize this certificate. Okay, and reason number 3, you're able to teach technical analysis in university, colleges, and you can even open your own academy. That one will be guided under F1 Academy. And reason number 5 is because maybe one day you want to become a successful author just like Mr. Fred. Right now, currently have 8 books right now. 6 is best-selling right now. So we would like to enhance furthermore on the technical analysis. So maybe one of these reasons is your reason right here to learn. Okay, so for those who just want to take this program for your learning purpose, so you just need to submit 4 assignments and you're able to get your Asia University professional certificate financial technical analysis under Asia University. And if you challenge yourself to take Society of Technical Analysts, which is the diploma with STA, the moment you pass this STA, you automatically also will get certified financial technician under United States, under IFTA. Okay, so this is interesting about 3 months course. Okay, now the course curriculum is going to be 3 months, and for your information, not you attend every day. Okay, this program is only weekend, Saturday and Sunday only. So it's not going to disturb your daily routine. So it's only every Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 6 a.m., 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we also have a night class, but it's okay. You don't have to attend that because we're going to do it on the webinar. So the registration is open right now. So the commencement date begins January 13. You will start your learning. And every Thursday we have a live trade so that you learn as well. So the location will be under F1 Academy. Okay, so under F1 Academy, is going to be under our new training center. So we prepare you all this wonderful facility as well. Okay, so this is going to be your full schedule. Don't worry, we'll give you all this schedule very soon. And we just want to introduce you all the wonderful PCFTA lecturer right here. Of course, none other than a principal lecturer is Mr. Fred Tham, one of the very, very famous lecturer right here. And for information that this is all his qualification, why he's qualified to teach you. And at the same time, right here for information, Mr. Fred as well is not only a best-selling author, but is also featured in a few publishers like Focus Malaysia and many more. And for your information as well, many corporate also taking this program under Mr. Fred. As you can see right here, all the big company also taking program under Mr. Fred. Some of them is coming from Hong Leong Bank, Kenanga, Sime Darby, and many more. Okay, so basically you're taking this course with a professional trainer and speakers. Okay, and also part of this is we want to introduce you as well. Part of the lecture is Mr. Klci Tan. Right here is the CFP will share with you more ideas about chart pattern and many more. And this is one of our best lecturers as well, together with Mr. Nicholas Tan, all the way from Singapore, best-selling author for Handbook of Forex Trading. You're going to learn a lot from him with Mr. Nicholas Tan, and also at the same time, with using the Elliott wave, and of course, for those who interested to learn how to trade cryptocurrency, Mr. Chu Wei Chun is the guy that will teach you more about how he will share with you also how he make a profitable income right here with module number 1, introduction of technical analysis. Module 1B is the chart construction. See, there's so many right there. Module number 1C, basic concept of trend. And chapter number 2, major reversal pattern. Look at that. You will learn so many chart patterns right here, more deeper than what you expect. And also you will learn also major continuation pattern like gaps. Okay, like you can see right here on the screen. And also you will learn how to order the placing using chart in trading. Meanwhile, the module number 3, you will learn more about the moving averages. Okay, you will learn all, including the total trading system as well, and many more. Plus, right here, module number 4, you will learn advanced oscillators. Okay, like LBV, you'll learn Chaikin oscillators. And one thing is interesting right here is module number 4B, which is RSI and MACD. You will learn more deeper about it. And plus, module 4C, other popular system, which is the DMI, ADX, and CCI. So it's more deeper you will learn. Now, module number 5, you learn more advanced candlestick, not a simple one, but deeper than that. Okay, that will be module number 5. Module number 6 will be Elliott wave. Elliott wave theory, you will learn how to trade the right wave and make a profitable income right there. And module number 7, the classical Degan theory. This is very interesting for you to learn. Okay, and the module number 8, you will learn the relative strength or the market profile. For those who trade currency and Forex, you need to know this module number 8. And module number 9, the cycle theory. For those who like to trade for long term, you like to become an investor for long period of time, cycle theory will help you more about it. Okay, and right here, module number 10 is the new module right here, the cryptocurrency. For the very first time, we introduce you the cryptocurrency, the introduction of the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, how to trade the new cryptocurrency. We're going to trade together, law and regulation, and the future of cryptocurrency. Okay, and the next one right here, okay, will be module number 11. Okay, for those who are taking the exam. And we're also going to teach you how to build your own trading system. That will be in module number 12 and number 13. You will learn more advanced charting software right here. So feature number 2 as well, that when you sign up this program, you get a free 6-month Fred Tham newsletter, the market value worth 5,000 ringgit. That will be inside your package as well. And feature number 3, you also get TAD system. Okay, so Kim Shing said, can you show again the module 1A? Okay, later we get, don't worry, we will send you the brochure right after this, Kim Shing, no worry. Okay, so feature number 4, you get Telegram group support as well for the next 6 months. Okay, and what else do you get? Feature number 5 is the 3 advanced charting software, 6-month ICOM. So I repeat again, the feature number 3 that you get is also TAD system. For those who are trading in Bursa Malaysia, you get all the complete system as well that we're going to give you. So for all these features, for all these 5 features, the total value worth 185,000 for this PCFTA package for 3 months. Right now, we're giving a promotion right now. The price is only 29,455 ringgit. But we have a special announcement right here that we want to make. Is the Christmas promotion. For your information, that this is the price, is a must to grab right here. because Christmas promotion, we give a discount about 12% off, which means that you save about 2,820 ringgit. The original price for this program is 23,320 ringgit. Right now is special offer. You just take this program right here, 20,500 ringgit for those who just want to learn this 3 month course. But for those who wish to challenge yourself to take the exam, you just need to add another 6,125 ringgit. So you can take the STA exam and also at the same time CFTE. Okay, so for those who want to get more about this information, this is the website that you need to go, www.f1traderacademy.com/PCFTA. And the number that you need to call here is Miss Amy at 013 262 1218, and of course Miss Cherry right here, 017 258 7783. And for your information, this promotion right here is only valid until 25th December. So take this opportunity. This is one-time opportunity, Christmas promotion. Sign up for this program right here and you will learn all the great things right here. And for those who want to get more information about all this information that I just shared with you, it's all available at our website at www.f1traderacademy.com/PCFTA. Okay, so we're done right here. I will back again to Mr. Fred, which is the stocks to watch. Mr. Fred have a stocks to watch. Okay, so hold on. So we want to go back again right here. Okay. Okay. So
amend a little bit.
Yeah.
Amend a little bit on.
Okay. So Mr. Fred, you have a stocks to watch?
Yeah, I have a stock to watch, but
Okay.
remember?
All right. So we want to share with you this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just want to share with you.
Unhide it.
Okay. So all right. So Mr. Fred want to share with you several stocks. I think just go proceed, Mr. Fred. Okay. So pay attention right here. Mr. Fred have a very interesting stocks to watch. Okay. So okay. So I'm gonna go back here. Okay. So guys, so this is the stocks that Mr. Fred about to watch. Okay. All right. So let me see. Okay. So here we go.
Yep.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the stocks to watch. Okay. Here we go. All right. So this is stocks to watch. Get ready, guys, for
Hi.
tomorrow. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Fred.
Yeah, for currently, in terms of sectors of oil and gas, I was quite bullish the last webinar about oil and gas, because my reasoning was because the crude oil was going to go up, from 40 to 70. It actually did go up. It went to now $57. But unfortunately, the Malaysian oil and gas sector is a little bit slow, and so only a few of them are now considered trending, so which you could look at. So what are they? So for oil and gas, the first one that we still bullish on is hibiscus, then Petron and Heng Yuan, which we have been also bullish, and we were right on that. And the fourth one is Dialog, and the last one is UMW Oil and Gas. So currently I have 5 stocks here that we have picked that is still bullish. So let's look at the first one. And the first one is hibiscus. Now hibiscus, actually, this is a chart of hibiscus. There was a lovely breakout from a symmetrical triangle at 45 cents, and we caught this at around 45 cents, and it just shot up, and it keep on shooting up, and it hit the high of 82, and then now pull back to the 70 level. Some of them have sold off, and congratulations to you, are happy, but some who didn't and are now pulling back, you're a little bit worried as to whether or not this stock can go up. Now, besides the fundamentals of this stock, which is actually bullish, the technical side of it remains to be bullish. So that's the good news. The good news is uh, hibiscus at the current level of 72 cents is still above the moving average, the 50 moving average. So obviously when it's above the 50, it's above the 100 and 200. So it is bullish based on that. It is above the support, and so it is also above the turtle, and so therefore it is still a hold. Okay, for those of you who hasn't sold yet. So for those of you who have sold and now it's pulling back, this is actually a good area to be looking to accumulate. Okay, because fundamentals have not changed about this company, and the fundamentals of this company, Hibiscus, is strong. Um, the fundamental value given to it is about $1.06. So currently at 70. So you can calculate for yourself. There's another 30% potential. Now that's the fundamental target. Our technical target and our measurement is based on the Fibonacci a way of measurement. It also comes to around $1, 99 cents. First target being 90 cents, which is the old high. You can see from this graph, this chart, that the old high of hibiscus is at 90 cents. So this the 90 cents is the first target. So if you're conservative, you might say, I buy at 70, sell at 90, you still got 20 cents. 20 cents divided by 70, is that a good return? Sure, it's a 30%. So it is a good return. Okay. Uh, those of you who are more adventurous can take on more risk, can see, wait for a break of the 90 cents. And if it does, the next target will be 99 and a $1, 1 ringgit and 14 cents at least. So this is one of the stocks to watch. And the second stock is Petron. I already mentioned that just now. Now, why do I say that Petron is a good buy at this level? Okay, it's because it has firstly pulled back from a high of, 1298 down to a low of about 11. Okay, and then today is in fact was his worst day. It actually came down so much in the morning, but in the afternoon, late afternoon, some funds came in and bought it all the way up. Now the volume is not small, mind you. This volume tells us that the fund that went in to support this stock, okay, is quite a big fund, and it went back up all the way that it came down and it closed a little bit higher than the open, forming what we will call a hammer. Okay, a hammer seen after a downtrend is an indication of a bottom, a stock market bottom. And the stochastic, the indicator right at the bottom here, my pointer is pointing to that, is given as an oversold. It is and it has crossed over to the bullish side from an oversold area of below 20, and therefore that confirms an oversold area, and it's therefore a good opportunity to be buying there. In other words, the risk, okay, of going into this stock at this level is pretty low. The risk is pretty low. And then when you walk backwards, you go backwards, you find that the support of Petron is also at 1110, and today it actually came down, okay, and briefly went a little bit below that, but now it's closed above. So that also is another reason, okay, to buy, is because it's hit a major support there. And if it does, and it rebounds, okay, the one of the target is, I believe, is 12. I didn't put it here, but one way of measuring the 62% rebound of this low would pack it at 12. So currently, at what a current price of what 1140 to 12, there's still some upside to consider. That's Petron. Hing Yuan. Now, Hing Yuan, I was telling you earlier that we call a buy from 614 on the 25th of July this year. So that is the area that where our TAD system triggered a buy, and look at all the arrows. Okay, it has been going up since. Okay, there was a down arrow here, but since the duck has no sell arrow, it's a hole, and we kept on holding it. There was a nice ascending triangle. There's a breakout here. There's a nice squeeze on the Bollinger Band. There's a breakout above the upper band. They continue to go up. They pull back, form a flag, and then it breaks out of a flag, continue to go up, hit the double top, came it down a little bit, and then it gapped up. So it is a beautiful gap of about 1 ringgit that happened 2 days ago, okay, on announcement of very good results from Heng Yuan. But we are not buying because of the announcement of good results. We bought much, much more earlier because if you wait for the announcement, you wouldn't have got it.
Mm.
By the time you bought it, it already reflected. It's already up there, okay, which is the high. So never, never buy on news. And this is one of the things we're going to teach you in the course is that you should buy rumors and sell on fact. So the rumors was that the profit for the fourth quarter for Heng Yuan is going to be good. And truly it was. But by the time you realize you saw the news and you go and buy, look, it actually, you never made any money. It pulled back the next 2 days and today it actually fell. And I came down to try to cover the down gap. So I don't have a 15-minute chart with me, but suffice that, okay, that if you had bought on the day of the news, it was too late. Now there was a high there at 1178, which is a resistance, and our target is 1230, and it pulled back today. Okay, so I would say that this target of 1230 is still possible, and if you haven't sold it, this is fine because your stop is now at today's low, or 1 cent below today's low, which is 1094, and therefore 1093 is the stop loss. Okay, so that is a stop loss, which is 1093. So today is a hold if you have bought. If not, well, there is still some upside. Of course, buying around this time, okay, is of course you're paying a higher price for certainty. It's so much clearer now that it's actually on the way up. Okay, has it got more way to go after 1230? The answer is we have to wait and see what happened at 1230. Can it break 1230? Why did I put 1230? That's an old high. That was the old high of Heng Yuan. And unless you have a chart, there's no way that you know there was a new old high there. And I already have done my research, and so that's why I put that. So you will expect to find some resistance over there, but if you're happy enough, that's a good area to take profit. And when do you re-enter? Okay, is after it is broken through 1230, then you re-enter. And if it breaks 1230 and it goes to 1235, 1240, where will be the next target? I'll let you know later because we have to do another measurement on that. But for sure, definitely, if you come to our course, and one of the modules is chart construction and chart pattern analysis, definitely this pattern will be discussed as case example, okay, in our studies. So Heng Yuan is one of them. What is the next one? Okay, Dialog. Huh? It's also it's an oil and gas stock. It is one of the better oil and gas stocks. It is in an uptrend. And for those of you who haven't, seen our talks before, whenever I start to discuss about the secret of making money in the markets, actually the number one secret is that you must buy a stock in an uptrend. And that's the only way that you can make money is to locate and to find, to identify a stock in an uptrend and then buy it. Because only in an uptrend stocks can it continue to go higher. An uptrend stock is a stock in a high tide. In a high tide, all boats will float. So we expect it to float. But when sometimes, okay, it turns down and then it broke the trend, then of course we have to cut our losses. That does happen. And in a bear market, it happens more regularly, more often than a bull market. But my God, in a bull market, if you caught a stock in an uptrend, you can continue to ride it. Mind you, we are never in an uptrend. It was uptrend, the last we saw was June. So, this is already half year later. You see, when the uptrend comes, you bet the stock is going to go up easy and there won't be so many false breakout signals. Coming back to Dialog, Dialog has broke through an old high. So that is another indication of a buy signal. So dialogue is a buy because of a breakout, not because of a pullback. Okay, but the Petron is a pullback. Okay, but this is a breakout. Now you can see the target there, 1260 to 1273. Today closed at 249, 250. So there is still some upside. Okay, 10 to 20 cents potential, short term nonetheless.
Mm.
All right. So other stocks. Okay, do you have time for other
Oh,
stocks? Okay.
yeah.
Here are a few of the other stocks that I picked. Although I say that, oh, the CI cannot touch, the ERMAS is bad, and the ACE index is bad. Not all are bad. There are still one or two of them that are good. Okay. So these are the stocks that can still buck the downtrend.
Mm.
Okay, that means they can go up, they can rebound. So they are all bullish stocks, and they are Tenaga, George Ken, VS, Econ, Inari, P Metal, CCK, HSSEB, Masteel and Lion In. Masteel and Lion In being pullback stocks.
Mm.
So the other stocks, I don't know if I've got a chart. If now, yes, we do have the chart. So I'll start with the VS. Somehow the order is different now. So VS, there is it went into a sideways rectangle. So we want to wait for a breakout. So you only buy this at 317 or higher. Okay, the target, as you can see, is 392. So this is one stock that is still bullish. Now, we have other stocks, but the other stocks, it's already been
Yep,
hidden.
yep.
So we could not show you, okay,
Send them via
here,
email. Yeah.
but we will send
Yep.
you the detailed charts in our email tonight.
Yes.
Is that okay with all of you?
Mhm.
All right. For now, I will show you two stocks here that that is a good um, a buy on dips because it has already fallen quite a lot and we are in an oversold situation. And the first one is Masteel. Those of you who have been following Masteel, okay, probably some of you bought here. I'm showing you the arrow here where it broke out of a resistance. If you did, then it is all the way down for the last 6 sessions. But I hope you're holding on to it because why? Right now, what it happened is today is a terrible day. Look, with the highest volume, but it's a possible selling climax. Selling climax is a possible bottom. Why do I say so? Number one, the volume today is very high, and the price is down a lot. That shows panic selling. Okay. Number two, it came down to cover what was previously an up gap, and it's only covered gap. It didn't go below the gap. Now, and so I would suggest that today or tomorrow, if you do buy this stock, okay, this would be a actually low risk buy, because your stop loss is right down here, which is 115. So right now the close is around 133. Okay, if you are aggressive, you buy straight away. Otherwise, you wait for a close above the high of that red candle, which is 143. You like to average. I will put here average buy. I am assuming that you had bought earlier. If you haven't, then it's a new buy. Okay, and the target for the rebound is not here. There is a target. Okay, I believe it's 152 to 155. 152 to 155. That is a target, a rebound target, not even right up to there to 165. I'm talking about a two-third rebound, 152 to 155, and the closing is 133. If you had bought at 143, there is still some upside potential. So this is one of the stocks that I would say will be a good buy on dips. The second one is Lion Industry. Now again, this tricked quite a lot of people because it make a new high and then it pulled back all the way, triggering even our TED sell signal. But based on a BOD, a buy on dips way of buying, you want to buy on a pullback after it has dropped a lot. This is the perfect time for that. Why? Number one, okay, I saw a hammer today, a black hammer, after about 10 sessions down. And if you see a hammer at the bottom of a trend in a low price level, low price area, it is a possible bottom. confirmed by the stochastics underneath here, as you can see, is in oversold condition. And so oversold level. So the black hammer coupled with a oversold stochastics tells me that it is a possible bottom. And furthermore, why did it stop here at the blue line? If you look back, the blue line was an old support, which was an old resistance, which was an old resistance. So the principle of resistance turn support is holding on pretty well here. And these are three major reasons why I would call this a low risk buy and lion industry. And I'm saying just a technical, oh, this is, sorry, the rebound in mass steel is not 170, 152. The 152 is a lion industry. So if you had bought at 130, the target is 152 to 155. I'm sorry. So the lion industry, the target is 152 to 155. And if you buy 130, we have got about 22 cents profit potential there. So these are the few stocks that I have in mind with charts to show you. There are the others like George Ken, okay, and so on, Tanaga, but we will send those over to you tonight. Okay, and here are our scan. We do a scan, a regular scan, and as to what are the stocks that are still bullish. So our definition of bullish is based on technical analysis. Okay, it has to do with the moving averages. It has to do with the Bollinger Bands. It has to do with the turtle. When all these few indicators are telling us it is up, then that is an uptrend. So here are some of the stocks, and we've got about 69 stocks that are still in an uptrend. So that's not bad, isn't it? Considering that, just now I'm saying that stay aside on the CI, stay aside in all that, but you still have a few, some pockets of good stocks there. Not all are bad, in a basket of apples, there might be a few rotten apples, but there are still a few good ones. Many of them are not so good anymore. But what are the good ones? Here is a list of the good ones. And here's list one, here's list number two. Okay, so we will also send this over to you tonight. And because we got all your emails, not to worry.
Yep.
And so this includes the other stocks like uh, these stocks. George Ken, Econpow, Nari, P Metal, CCKHSS, EB. So we have already drawn all these. Okay, we'll send that over to you. So there we have it. This is all we have for tonight. We thank you for staying back to listen to this webinar, and I hope that you do consider really seriously about attending our courses, either the 3 days course, and if you can make it, the 3 months course.
Yep.
Because really, if you want to trade the market successfully, you got no business to be in the business of trading or investment unless you know technical analysis.
Yes.
Because who you're playing against is the Jurong and the smart money, and they fully know very well what you are up to. So your job when you're learning from us is we teach you their thinking. By looking at a chart, we can show you, we can tell you, okay, teach you how the Jurongs are thinking, what their intentions are, and what their motives are. When the chart is moving up, you know that the Jurong's intention is to push it up, and you go along with them. But when the pattern tells you that it is coming down, you can be certain that the Jurongs are getting out. But you better know that. If you do not know that whether the Jurongs are getting in or whether the Jurongs are getting up, instead of you getting a profit, you're going to be eaten up by the Jurongs. And so that's why coming to courses like ours, okay, is utmost importance.
Yep.
Okay, and of course there are other schools around, but none of them, okay, they team up with Asia E University. And we are the only school that is team up with Asia E University, a university, and which we also will teach you how from the certificate level to a postgraduate level of MBA in technical analysis is done by Asia E University. So you can pursue a degree level certification through us. So that is the unique selling point of our course and coming to our course. So with that, have a very good evening and a
Yep.
pleasant day trading tomorrow. But do be cautious, yeah. Tomorrow is a rather safe day because it some of the stocks that we have picked, for example. So
Okay,
have a good.
for those who want to join the 3 months course again, our team will send you the website is www.f1traderacademy.com/pcfta, and you can find more information right there. And on behalf of F1 Academy and that team, we would like to say thank you very
Thank you
much for
very much.
joining us. I'm Ezon Constantine.
And I'm Fred Tam.
We'll see you guys again. Bye.
Bye bye.